That was great, baby. Hope it wasn't too rough on you. I know I said I wasn't going to do that one thing with you again, but just felt right. Listen, there's some things I need to go take care of now. Some people I need to, well, fuck now. No, you were great, baby. It's not you. But I just need to move on. Hey, baby. Thanks. Hello and welcome to the Cheeky Analysis. Let's get started. We'll start with my bro Jeffrey, who, as you guys know, took T.Y. Hilton at 10 overall. A full 10 picks higher than his average draft position in PPR. Jeffrey passed on what could have been a monstrous running back duo could have had either Freeman Howard, Freeman Murray, Freeman Gordon, but instead he had to follow everyone's lead and try to be cool and get a wide receiver like everyone else got. Now don't get me wrong, I love Hilton, probably more than most people. I have, in fact, owned him the last 2 seasons in Gabe Oops. There's no denying T.Y. Hilton's value. We all know he's really good and he's explosive and can catch a bomb touchdown at any given moment. So Jeffrey, when that does happen, don't be rushing to the chat to say I told you so, T.Y. Hilton's good. We all know that. Just 10 overall was paying a little too much for him. Josh passed up on his boy Devontae Freeman at 9th overall and instead went with Jordy Nelson. Very sexy pick. And instead at running back he now has a guy named Melvin and of course Danny Woodhead, which a little high in the 4th round I think, but hey, Josh knows more than most people how much I love Danny. In fact, he himself had to watch Danny be the finishing touch on a Monday Night victory I had against Josh a few years ago. But this year, him being a 32-year-old back, coming off an ACL tear, and he's having some hamstring issues right now, you can have him, Schwa. We finally got to see Chad draft his own team this year after we had to kind of best available draft for him last year, and his team ain't looking too bad. Yeah, so Logan is the only person in the league to go running back with his first 2 picks. Just like he's the only person in the league to have ever had a cock in his ass. His second pick was Zeke, who we all know helped lead Logan to the championship appearance last year. But of course he'll have to wait 6 weeks until he can use Zeke, as he is suspended for 6 weeks. But at least he picked up Elliott's backup, Darren McFadden, so he can ride him out for 6 weeks until Elliott's back. Oh wait, no he didn't. Who did get McFadden? Oh yeah, that was me, in round 10. But it's okay though, he got Derrick Henry in round 9, who's a certain backup to DeMarco Murray, when McFadden was still on the board. Jesus fucking Christ. JT, who knew he had such a thing for young guys? Fournette in the 2nd round and McCaffrey in the 4th. 2 rookies. And he was hoping to get Dalvin Cook. Apparently he had such a great time having no running backs last year that he wants to do it again this year. You'd think he'd make sure to get at least one high-value running back that is much more likely to be productive this season, but hey, I'm just... Oh, fuck.
So, same time next week?
Yeah.
Alright. See you, Dad.
Yeah. He gives good head. Then there's Ryan. Old Rye. You guys might remember him as the guy in the draft who took a backup quarterback before he got a starting RB2. Now, I have to go double check the league settings and make sure there's not some loophole he knows about where you can start a quarterback in the RB2 slot, but maybe there is. Maybe he's not fully retarded. That's right, his second RB taken was in the 9th round. Granted, it was Theo Riddick, who I personally love. I had him last year. He won me a good few games. Valuable in PPR. Then again, when I drafted Riddick, it was my 5th running back and in round 14, so I'm like way smarter, but it's not saying much being smarter than Ryan in fantasy. Craig had a pretty solid draft in my opinion. For someone who probably didn't start any research until the morning of the draft, turned out with a pretty okay team. Pat rolled the dice on both of his starting wide receivers this year. Des Bryant, who, I don't know if you looked, Pat, has a very intimidating schedule against quarterbacks this entire season. And Terrell Pryor, who's anyone's guess with how he's going to perform in Washington after, he looked good on the Browns last year. Yeah, because that's fucking hard to do. I don't understand, Pat, didn't you enjoy being in the playoffs last year? Apparently you don't want to go back. Papa had most of us thinking he actually might take Gronk first overall, but thankfully he went with Dan David Johnson. Let's all hope Papa's team finally performs this year, because we all know he disappears off the face of the earth when his team isn't performing. So, thanks for the pizza. And now for the best team. Mine, the Cheeky Bastards. I found myself in some situations I wasn't really trying to be in, like Jordan Howard staring me in the face in round 2, leading me to take him. However, that did pave the way for me to stock up on some serious wide receiver depth. I do think I have the best wide receiver core in the league as of right now. And I also found myself in a perfect situation for my boy AFR, Allen Robinson. Didn't have to pay too much for him, it was a pretty fair price, and now if he does have his, well, when he has his bounce back year, he'll be on his daddy's team. And to top that off, I can't believe you guys let me get Jeremy Maclin, who's now on the pass-heaviest offense in the NFL, and Marvin Jones, who started off very hot last year on my team, but he kind of fell off a cliff last year due to some injuries on the team, I believe, and he's due for a bounce-back year as well. And if he doesn't, oh well, it was my round 11 pick. Anyways, this was a solid draft this year, probably our best yet. Now I'm looking forward to the long but very fast regular season, which I do intend on winning along with the championship. Chad, I'll see you in week 1. This has been the first Cheeky Analysis for the 2017-18 fantasy football season. It's good to be back. No, I told you it was not you. No, you need to stop calling me. We're done. Oh, don't you go there. Oh no, that was one time. Okay. No, I'm hanging up. Delete my number. I love you too.